What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Purple Shade Podcast. I'm not even going to do it this week. I'm tired of doing it. It's okay, though, because they're still not going to come at me. Don't at me, Sony. You know why. Man, we had a good weekend of football, man. Did you catch some of this?
Yeah. Caught both games. It was amazing. Excuse me while I'm pouring my tea.
Ladies and gentlemen, we had a good weekend for the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. We both got dubs for the first time second time this year. We both got dubs. Let's give them a round of applause. Let's go.
Let's go. Lamar Jackson, Sam Darnold.
Let's go. Let's go. The Baltimore Ravens defeated the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football.
Prime time.
Buffalo fans, y'all waited all day for that. How did it feel? Please, just tell me how that felt. I heard y'all were talking all week. Bunch of smack. Josh Allen should have been the MVP. He's the MVP so far this year. Buffalo Bills are the best team in the NFL. But we saw a little bit last night. The Buffalo Bills got brought back down to planet Earth. But they're a good team. I'm not gonna, credit to the Ravens because they did what they supposed to do. They came out and they spanked them. You know what I'm saying?
Spank Bills Mafia.
Right? Now, brother, I asked you last week how you felt after the game. You weren't feeling too good. It was a dub, but you weren't feeling too good.
It was an ugly dub.
Week? I know. How do you feel this week?
This week?
5 to 10. How you feeling?
I feel great. You know what I mean? They actually showed up. They were like, hey, we want to win this game. We want to show everybody that we want to win this game. And how do you win a game, especially when you have the lead? Man, well, you just keep your foot on the gas. You just keep on going. You keep on trucking. You don't stop. And I feel like they did not stop Sunday night. No, they kept going. You know what I mean? Bills was a 3-0 team. Came into Baltimore. To the bank. They wore all black. They were putting it up. Darkness falls. And darkness fell. Darkness fell.
Did you hear what Kyle Hamilton said in the interview?
I did not.
Rodney Harrison asked him, who should we look for tonight on defense? You know what my man said? Anybody wearing black. I knew, you know what? I want to keep this clean. I knew that whoop was about to come in. I knew that whooping was about to come. My man said, anybody wearing black.
No, that's it.
No, it's like, that's how we feel it tonight. And that's how they felt. They put a spanking on a man from the first play. From the first play, you could see that the Ravens were about business. And that's how it should be every week. Unfortunately, under this head coach, you don't get that every week. You should, but you don't. But it's the NFL, man. It's a week-to-week league. I mean, they did that to the Bills, and you're like, where's this team been? It's week 4. What happened?
Exactly. Right. No, we were talking about this like a couple weeks ago. You asked me about the schedule. And I was like, well, I didn't know about the Bills.
Yeah, you said this could be an L. You said, man, we could take an L here.
We could have. I mean, the win last week was so ugly, like, didn't like it. Mm-hmm. And then this week at home against the Bills Mafia, they played 4 quarters of football. I don't know what happened. I don't think it was.
Helped them out a little bit. They helped them out a little bit.
I believe they did. And I don't think John was helping them either. You know what I mean? Calling back-to-back timeouts, which I don't think you can do. That's why they got the delay of game, that second one, and he's on the sidelines holding his hands up like, what happened? It's like, well, I guess you can't call back-to-back timeouts.
That's been a rule since I can remember football.
He's over there like this, like, oh, what, I'm right here, ref. Timeout. And he's ignoring him.
Yeah. Well, he's been a head coach for 17 years. Number one, he knows better. Number two, did you see when they cut to the rules analyst? I forgot his name, but he said the ref is supposed to ignore you. But it's the Ravens. You know what, John? You get on my nerves. I'm just gonna throw a flag.
It never fails. That's what it seems like a trend this year. Just some kind of bonehead. It could be one situation, but it should be the one thing that, hey, maybe he's been a head coach a long time. Shouldn't he? Yeah, shouldn't he know about this? And yet here we are.
He should. It's sad that I know about this. I haven't been a head coach in the National Football League for 1 second. He's been a head coach for 17 years, and yet he still tried to call a timeout, knowing a timeout was just called. Now, some people will say, the Harbaugh apologists will say, well, maybe he was confused because initially it was weird the way it happened, right? And I want to start getting to the game, but it was weird kind of how it happened because Buffalo initially called the timeout, right? And then Marlon Humphrey, your boy Marlon Humphrey, right? He had a good game. He had a darn good game.
Yes,
right?
he did. Yes, he did.
He was all over the field. But he made the play, right? He made the play, and then he got up and started doing his little celebration. And I'm like, why is he on the ground? He just got finished celebrating for 20 minutes. Why is he on the ground?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, the Buffalo coach, Sean McDermott's like, hey, wait a minute. No, he's down. That shouldn't be a timeout. Look, call it on them, not us. They got a player hurt. They're like, okay. Then they came out and the referee announced it. Hey, because the Baltimore player was injured, this timeout will be charged to the Baltimore Ravens, not the Buffalo Bills. They get their timeout back. Everybody in the stadium heard it. I heard it all the way on my couch, all the way up here in the upper Midwest. For some reason, John didn't hear it, even though I saw them come over and talk to you and tell you what happened, and you shook your head, and yet you still wanted to call another timeout? My brother in Christ.
Right. And you know what?
What are you doing?
I have no idea. I saw that too. I was wondering myself, why is he on the ground? He doesn't seem like anything's wrong with him. And to touch on Mr. Marlon Humphrey.
Man, he did a celebration. He doing jumping up and down, doing all the,
Did you
put the seatbelt on?
Oh, he did put the seatbelt on, didn't he? And cost his team the timeout. So Marlon Humphrey's brother, don't put your seatbelt on the field, bro. Don't do that, man.
Put the seatbelt on the dudes you defending.
On the sideline. When you sit down and the camera, sways to the sideline, then put your seatbelt on. They'll see it.
Yeah.
But touching back on Marlon Humphreys, did you see his unsportsmanlike conduct shove? I mean, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened, but it shows him just looking at the a Bills player on the offense, and he just pushes him.
Man, these dudes soft as cotton.
I'm like,
these dudes soft as cotton.
I'm like, okay, it's football. It's football.
That's what it's called, yeah.
And like I said, I don't know what happened, but the fact is, man, you got caught. You got caught, and you cost your team.
Did you see the dude knee Ricard in the head when he was down? I mean, everybody saw that.
Oh, yeah, no. Now, everybody saw that, and Ricard even retaliated, and they still threw the flag on the Bills because they saw it. It was blatant.
That was a scumbag move.
Right.
That was a scumbag move right there.
You know what I mean? The thing is with Marlon Humphrey, it's like I said, I don't know what happened, but bro, your team just got an interception, and you got the nerve to push somebody. We still got the ball, maybe it was a fumble recovery, something, a turnover.
Yeah, it was a bonehead play.
Right.
Yeah, it was a bonehead play.
You do that, and then you cost your team 15 yards at the end of the play. Still Baltimore's ball. Great, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
They did a thing, but to do that, I couldn't understand. I couldn't wrap my head around what Marlon was thinking on that one.
It was a bonehead move.
Yeah.
It was a bonehead move. It really was. But look, all in all, man, 35-10. Ravens dominated this game from start. It was a little dice in the middle. But when it was 21-10, the Bills bailed them out with that dumb trick play.
Oh yeah,
and
Van Noy.
Kyle Van Noy just Johnny on the spot. Johnny on the spot, man. That dude is everywhere. He has had a resurgence. I'm telling you, man, he's hit the fountain of youth. You know what I mean? And it's like he caused that fumble, and Travis Jones, man, he leveled Josh Allen like he stole something.
I would say it was like a couple Bills players laying on the ground after that play. I don't know exactly what happened. They felt that one.
Yeah, but he laid into him. That boy mama felt that. He hit the ground and he had grass everywhere. He got it. He was laying. Right. Those dudes were on the ground. And that's what I'm talking about. That's supposed to happen when you come into Baltimore, right?
Right.
That's what's supposed to happen to everybody. I don't care who you are. This is what's supposed to happen when you come into Baltimore. Every time. You're supposed to leave like, man, I don't want to come back here.
Especially when they wear all black. Especially.
Right? Well, they need to wear all black every freaking game.
I agree. I have a black jersey. Throwback. Alovi Nada, I love you. If you watch this, you still a man forever.
Yeah, I mean, I got a Suggs jersey, black, 55.
That's
Sizzle, baby.
See what I'm saying? It's something about the black jersey.
It is.
That and I'm not even talking about
that uniform combo is unmatched.
Exactly.
All black. It is. It's unmatched. But hey, you know what, man? Look, before we really, really jump into it, I know we already almost 10 minutes in. Man, we had a couple deaths today, man, in the sports world. Dikembe Mutombo passed away. Right? Dikembe Mutombo. Everybody knows
not today.
Not today. That's right. The finger wave. Rest in peace, man. And we also, I saw later tonight, the all-time hits leader in Major League Baseball, Pete Rose. Pete Rose passed away, man. Pete Rose passed away, man. One of the best baseball players to ever lace him up.
Dang.
We're losing too many people so soon, man.
It's crazy.
So soon, man. But yeah. I mean, I just wanted to, bring that up. That was news that came out today. But I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, to put a bow in the game, man, Buffalo just looked unmatched. They really did. They really looked outmatched all game. Again, the Ravens, some of the play calling in the middle, I was on the edge of my seat the whole game because, again, I felt like I was watching a rerun of a show that I've seen before, but then it was the Bills who did something stupid. You know what I mean? It was the Bills who did something stupid. Because if they would have scored right there, it would have made it 21-17. Ooh.
Right.
It could have got interesting. Right? But they peed down their leg and we saw what happened. But what do you think? I'm sorry. How do you feel? How do you feel about the game?
No, it was a great game, man. Lamar Jackson with the touch passes that I've been talking about the past couple weeks. I saw that last night.
You see that one? I was about to call you when he hit likely on that pass.
Right.
I was about to say, hey, is that what you was looking for? You talking about those kind of touch passes?
Those kind of touch passes. Yes, he looked good in the pocket.
What about the touchdown to Hill? Ooh, he dropped that in a bucket.
No, that
thing would have fell in a bucket.
No, it was, man, that in his stride, back of the end zone, Justice Hill did not miss a beat. He was in his stride, looks back, there's the ball, in the numbers, caught, done. Lights out. That is what we look forward to these past weeks with Lamar Jackson throwing the ball. It's been overthrown, underthrown. He's not leading enough, or he's too far behind the guys as he's aiming. Last night, I did not recognize Lamar Jackson the way his touch passes were happening.
Really?
I couldn't. I was so.
I don't know, man. Lamar's one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the NFL.
When he's not under pressure, he had time last night.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll get into that when we talk about the line, when we get into offense. But you are 100% correct. But to your point, any quarterback who's under pressure is going to be less accurate, right? That's just the nature of the game. But I think for most of what Lamar does, he's pretty accurate. He misses throw. Yeah, of course. I mean, every QB misses throw. I saw Trevor Lawrence miss a guy who was wide open, and it's like, if that was Lamar, oh my goodness. I just think Lamar gets crucified for things that every quarterback does. Every quarterback misses a throw. I think because, case in point, last night, right?
Right.
As we roll this into when we start talking about offense, he threw the ball to his receivers 6 times. I understand the flow of the game. They were running all over him, right?
Right.
And when we get to our stars of the game on offense, my star for the game, I'll tell you who that is. But man, they were running. Derrick Henry, 199 yards. He would have had 200 if he didn't fumble. Of course, he said that. We all saw that. You know, he would have had his 200 yards. Bro, they couldn't stop that. But that's what you're supposed to do. They can't stop it. Keep going.
No, exactly.
Keep running.
Keep
running.
Right.
And they knew it was coming. And they still blocked it up, and they still ran it down their throat.
They couldn't
Where
stop
was this
Henry.
all season? Seriously, where was this all season?
To answer that question, it just goes back to the press conference. Was it week 1? We didn't get Derrick Henry for 30 carries a game. Last night he had 24. The week before he had 25. Come on, look. He's getting close to 30 carries a game, and look what he's doing. That statement needs to be stricken from the record, man.
Well, look, in all fairness, it's not 30, right? In all fairness.
You're right.
But as we all know with running backs, man, you got to get them lathered up, as they say, right? You got to get them going. You have to get them going. And as you saw, the Ravens can score a bunch with a bunch of rushing yards, which is why it kills me when they get down by a touch. And look, the thing about the Ravens is they're never really down by more than a touchdown, 10 points tops. So why do you always panic when you get down? Why do they always panic? And again, get all happy feet and just want to go pass when you can still run the ball with your personnel and score points, get big chunk plays, right?
Right.
It was ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The way they were running the ball up and down the field on them. And again, they realized that, like, why are you doing anything besides running the ball? You know what I mean?
Right.
199 yards. Like you said, 24 carries. 199 yards. Bro, that's over 8 yards a clip. That's unheard of.
That's literally
8 yards a clip.
Almost a first down.
Fumble. Right. He did have a fumble, unfortunate. Lamar also had a fumble, which he shouldn't even been running the ball. As good as you were running the ball with Henry, even Hill, right? Hill didn't have a lot of rushing yards, but he had a ton of receiving yards. He was a leading receiver, which again, that is not sustainable though. You're not going to be able to get away with six passes to your receivers and your running back being your number one receiver. That's not going to be sustainable because there are going to be teams that are going to load the box and they're going to say, okay, Lamar beat us. And you're going to have to be able to scheme those receivers open. If you can't scheme those receivers open, you're going to lose. You're going to lose.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Seriously, you're going to lose. But I mean, Lamar did everything he had to do, right? Last night. He only had 156 yards. So what? 3 total touchdowns, 2 passing, 1 receiving. 1 rushing. He should have had 3 if Bateman could catch the dang ball. My guy, catch the ball. I understand the guy was holding you. Catch the ball, man. It hit you in the hands. You have to catch that. You have to catch that. And I know a lot of people are talking about, hey, feed Bateman. He's always open. I get it. But when stuff like that happens, man, as a quarterback, you're like, bro. But you saw Lamar. Lamar's the ultimate. If you want any kind of teammate, you want Lamar. As soon as he dropped the ball, Lamar walked over to him, slapped him on the helmet. Like, you good, bro. We good. You know what I'm saying? Not like a, we good. We good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you have to make that catch, man. You have to make that catch. You have to. Right? The line was outstanding. Patrick McCarry was actually playing guard, and Rosengarten was at tackle. He better not leave that spot. He was dominant last night. He did everything you want out of that out of a right tackle position, out of a right tackle, especially for as young as he is. He's getting better week to week. Every single week he's getting better. He's growing right before our eyes. Week 4. Week 12, that kid's going to be something.
He's going to be something.
He's going to be something. Even Falele is actually coming into his own. He's still slow as molasses, but he's actually starting to understand how to play the position. He's a natural tackle, but he's understanding how to play the position, right? I still think you should try Ben Cleveland there just to see what you have. But putting McCarry at guard because Voorhees is out, and you could have threw Cleveland there, but for some reason they want to keep McCarry in the rotation. It's fine. They did great. Stanley is killing it. He's almost back to pre-injury Stanley, right? Even though Derrick Henry was yelling at him when he missed the block on the one, which is funny. I know everybody saw that, but man, look, the line played great. Running backs, man, gold star. Lamar, gold star, except for the fumble. You got to secure the ball, but he shouldn't even have been running the ball. And that's what I'm saying, man. As good as your running backs are running the ball, stop running Lamar. Stop it. You don't have to.
Right.
Why is he taking unnecessary hits? Stop relying on Lamar running the ball. You have running backs for that. You know what I mean?
That was an unnecessary hit. That hit when I saw it was, why is he's running like a running back that exact play. Why are you taking that kind of hit, dude? You have to preserve yourself.
Exactly. And receivers, okay. It was a light night for the receivers. They were mostly blocking. But again, Zay, you got to catch that ball on the sidelines. You talk about touch passes. Did you see that pass to Zay on the sidelines?
Yes.
Bro, again, he dropped. Lamar was in his bag last night. He dropped it in a bucket. And Zay dropped it. He hit Bateman on the run. He dropped it.
You see that pass to Aguilar? Went up with one hand, got his palm on it, but could not bring it in.
He saved a pick right there. That would have been an interception.
He should have caught it.
He's a DB. Look, he's a DB, so let's not get excited, right? DBs are receivers who can't catch. Yeah, he did. He should have caught it. He went up and grabbed it. And I'm glad he did because I think it probably would have been an interception if he didn't. But yeah, he almost came down with it, man. He almost came down with it.
That's what we were talking about last week about like Anquan Bolden. You got to go up and get that ball. Credit to Aguilar for going up. He jumped one-handed, got his hand on it. I thought it was going to be lights out.
He heard us all telling him you got to go up and get the ball, and he did. You're 100% correct. He did. He went up and tried to snatch that ball out the air.
I lost my chair.
He saved the pick.
I lost my chair.
You lost it.
When he jumped in his hand, like one-handed, and the ball touched his hand, I lost my chair. It was gone. And once he dropped it, I'm like, great try. That's what I said.
Great try.
Good try. But that's what we want going forward. Those aggressive catches.
Yeah.
Like, be aggressive. Don't get me wrong. Lamar can get it to you. That's great. But when you got double coverage, triple coverage, hey man, jump. Grab that ball and just, let those defenders know, oh, it's me. Oh, I'm here. And I feel like that's what Aguilar was trying to do. Mm-hmm. Just couldn't come down with it. I think he was too worried about how many defensive players were around him. Because I think it had to be 2 or 3 that was around him.
Yeah, it was probably 3.
Right. And I mean, yes, don't get me wrong, you think about it, but also think about how great that would have been. One of the probably highlights of the week of Nelson Aguilar. Oh, give me that ball. One-handed grab, triple coverage. Lamar Jackson teardrops it to him. Ravens win. Boom. I mean, not to say that nothing else was great, because everything else was great. But that right there, I have not seen that from, I would say, any of the wide receivers over the past couple weeks, of them actually going up and trying to snatch that ball out of the sky. When I saw that, you thinking about it?
I got a few. That catch Bateman had in week 1 against Kansas City into the game. That was a pretty good one. He went up and snatched that one.
Oh, I said a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
It's been a couple weeks.
Can't have George Kittle with the 49ers just snatching it over 3 dudes in the end zone. That'd be nice.
Oh, man.
George Kittle.
No, there goes the town.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews, my guy. Andrews. 2 hiccups that I've known that I know of so far, that I've seen wide open. You get hit in the numbers and just, you come up empty.
Yeah, 1 target. 1 target.
I mean, well, that would be because Likely had 156 yards that game.
No, I'm talking about yesterday. He had 1 target and he dropped it.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Well, yeah, because I think they were targeting Likely a little bit more, but wanted to get Andrews in the game. But the one wide open pass that Lamar tossed him, it looked pretty good.
Yeah. And again, 6 targets to wide receivers, 3 targets to the tight ends. Likely 2 targets, 1 catch. Andrews, 1 target, no catches.
Yeah.
That's not sustainable. But you didn't have to. They ran the ball down their throats.
No, that's right. Yeah.
I'll take it.
I'm just glad they found something that was working and they finally stuck to it. That was.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah, no, exactly. Yes. How about that? We're only saying it for, I don't know, the beginning of the season. You know what I mean? Something's working. Need to try something else. Don't try anything else if it's working. If Derrick Henry is running all over him, Justice Hill is running all over them, Lamar Jackson is running all over him, why are you going to?
No, we don't want that.
Well, not Lamar Jackson. I mean, only if he has to. Lamar.
If he has to. Yeah.
We know you have the cape. You have the cape, dude.
Right.
Only when necessary.
He was Clark Kent last night, right? Like
yes.
He was chilling. He was Clark Kent last night, right?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? He stayed Clark Kent.
That's right. Yeah.
He didn't have to put the cape on. You know what I mean?
He
was chilling. He was Bruce Wayne last night.
Oh man. No, he was. 100%. In the all black, he was Bruce Wayne.
He was Bruce Wayne last night. He didn't have to put the suit on last night. He was like, you know what? I'm just gonna be Bruce Wayne. It's all that money too, all that bling. He was Bruce Wayne chilling. He was chilling.
And he looked so good out there, so comfortable, I would say. Lamar looked so comfortable in the pocket.
He did.
And it's all credit to the fact.
I don't think we gave up a pressure last night. I don't think anybody on that line gave up more anyone gave up any pressures. I don't think so.
That's what it is about. He had time. He picked that Bills defense apart. My goodness. We are in overtime for offense. Do you want to switch to defense, man?
Yeah, let's go. Let's talk about the defense.
Let's talk about some defense. Oh, man. We want to talk about Van Noy, Hamilton, Humphreys.
There's so many. What you thinking?
Well, I would like to talk about Van Noy with the strip.
Go for it.
From Josh Allen. Van Noy, I believe, what is this? Ninth year in the NFL, Van Noy. And he talks about how even now he has this hunger to prove himself. And I think that's word to all these other guys out here. It's like, yeah, you've been in the game for, some seasons. It's good and whatnot. But this guy, I would say he's a veteran, and he's still just everywhere. I'm talking, he's going after the quarterback every single week. He's there. Either it's a sack or a strip, a fumble.
If I'm not mistaken, I think he has a sack in every single game this year.
That's what I'm saying.
I think he has a sack in every game. Which it's just phenomenal for how long he's been in the league.
Exactly.
He's been a Super Bowl champion. You know what I mean? He's been in the league, like you said, it's his 9th year. So he's on the tail end of his career, but he's playing like he's still in his 20s. You know what I mean? He's getting to the quarterback. He's making plays. He's stuffing the run. Again, man, it's just a resurgence with him, and it's so good to see. I'm enjoying it. Probably one of the most underrated signings that the Ravens have had in recent years. I'm glad they signed him back. And Justice Hill. I know we're done with offense, but Justice Hill is such an underrated signing. He is freaking balling right now.
No, the dude's amazing. You know what I mean? He can run the ball. He can catch the ball like he did last night. Touchdown pass, Justice Hill, right in the numbers in his stride. It was amazing. Ridiculous. I do like the fact that Justice Hill plays for the Ravens. He is very versatile. Awesome for Lamar. Awesome for the team.
Extension, EDC.
Right. Talking about Van Noy, you are correct. He had 2 sacks last night. 2. I believe he had two sacks or 2.5 sacks last week. So he is a monster at getting to the quarterback. And I think that's when that press conference was held, that's why he had that, he had to say what he said. Like, look, man, I've been in the season for a time. It doesn't matter. I am still a force to be reckoned with. Doesn't matter if I'm a veteran, a young guy. I'll show you what I got. And I like that about Van Noy.
He's got a lot left in the tank, and I'm glad that he's doing it here. It's a great signing. But
no, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous signing.
Kyle Hamilton too. That dude was everywhere.
Man,
he said it though. Anybody wearing black, he was all over the field. He was. Shout out to the defense, bro. Like.
Yes.
Right. They held these guys to 10 points. You know what I'm saying? That one fluke play, which I don't know what Jackson was doing. He had to be ball watching, right? He's watching Josh Allen like, oh man, is he running? You weren't going to tackle him. There was a bunch of defenders in front of him, right? So you weren't going to tackle him. You're just watching Josh Allen. And the guy slips behind you. That's the only play that if they didn't get that play off, this would have really been a whooping.
Oh, right.
That they were lucky to get that. But man, look, Roquan Smith all over the place. Marlon Humphrey was all over the place. Brandon Stevens doing Brandon Stevens things. Nnamdi Madubuike balling. Okay. Adafe Owe, another sack, balling. Man, Zach Orr has his def. I'm telling you, this happened with Mike McDonald. It started slow, giving up a bunch of yards, right? They were
Right.
32nd in the league in pass defense, right? As good as Josh Allen is, you just went up against you just went up against the worst pass defense in football, and they shut you down. That one little fluke play, that's all you got, right?
No, that's right.
That's it. That's it. Okay. That man finished with 180 yards. That's it. No touchdowns. Ooh, no touchdowns. How about that? How about that? No touchdowns.
Like
Wow.
how about that? How
No rushing, no passing. I thought he was the MVP. Not on this defense. You finally look, this is what it came down to. The Bills finally played a team that was as good or better than them, and you saw what happened. They came in undefeated, but who? I mean, they hadn't beaten anybody. Miami, Jacksonville. Ugh. I mean, Miami's getting beat right now by Tennessee, 31-12. For those of you checking the score, no, I think it just went final. Tennessee beat Miami in Miami, 31-12. Right now, Detroit is up on Seattle, 35-27 in the fourth quarter, 8 minutes left. Monday Night Football, right? So they hadn't beaten anybody. And then they came to Baltimore, and it's like, Bills Mafia is like, oh, we got this. We got the MVP. Okay. No.
Yeah, sure.
Unfortunately, no. We have the MVP, buddy. And his name's Lamar Jackson. Action Jackson. Freaky. Whatever else you want to call him.
Yeah, talk about
That's who we got.
Like talk
and he didn't have to put the cape on.
He did not have to put the cape on. And talk about Action Jackson. Let's say for the game, 427 yards as a collective.
Yeah. A light night.
And the defense, it was definitely a light night for the defense. The defense held the Bills to 236 all game.
Mean.
And
that's mean.
And you're talking, we had the ball for 31 minutes. The Bills had the ball for 28 minutes and got held to only 236 total offense.
That's not fair.
It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair. Look, the Ravens had 10 more first downs than the Bills. If you ask me, that's offense doing their thing. That's the defense saying, oh, you're going 3 and out. Man, Darkness fell.
Darkness fell. I mean, to put a bow on that game, man, it was just, again, you can't say much bad about that win for the Ravens, man. They did everything. They did almost everything right. Almost. They had some lapses, a few, but for the most part, they controlled the game as they were supposed to. Lamar did Lamar things. Derrick Henry, we all saw why they call him King Henry.
Oh, no, that's right.
That dude it's ridiculous. That dude is that big and that fat. The whole defense was chasing after him. When he hit that second level, it was like, oh no, he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him. Nobody's going to catch him. That's like trying to catch a deer. You ain't catching him. You ain't catching him. You know what I'm saying? You ain't catching that deer. He was galloping, and they were in shock. Bro, the coldest photo I saw was like 5 Bills running behind them, just looking like, oh my Lord, what just happened?
Down the sideline? Yeah.
Down the sideline.
Yeah.
They didn't know what hit them. And you know what? Man, plays like that, after you get them the punt, so they got the Bills to punt, and then you come out first play of the game and you punch them in the mouth like that, it was reminiscent of Ray Rice and Foxborough. Yeah, when they beat the Patriots. First play of the game. Same thing.
Right. Yes.
Off tackle.
Yes.
Bang, gone. Well, it wasn't off tackle. It was actually off guard. Gone.
87 yards.
You know what I'm saying? It was the longest run in Ravens history. It was the longest run from scrimmage in our history. It was ridiculous. Man, it happened so fast. You know? But they dominated, man. That's all you can really say. They dominated the game.
Oh, speaking of which, I would say, who'd you give your start to?
Offensive star has to go to Derrick Henry, man.
I'm gonna. Can I reciprocate?
You can give your star to whoever you want.
I want to give it. I want to give it to Derrick Henry too, because that was amazing. That run was bonkers down the sideline. It was amazing, and then for the rest of the game, the run game. Oh, I'm gonna get 10 yards here. Oh, I'm gonna get 15 yards there. They couldn't stop him. And then the play action was working. That's credited Henry punching through the holes, getting into that second gear, and showing those guys who he is, man. So what? He's 30 years old. I don't care if he's 30 years old. That 30-year-old is running over all those young guys on your defense. And what can you do to stop it?
That's right. That 30-year-old dude just outran your whole defense.
You can't do anything about it. Nothing. They can't. They said it, when it comes to the one-on-one, and Derrick King Henry's winning. You catch him on the island, Derrick Henry's got your number.
Yeah.
He's adding you to his collection.
Yeah, absolutely. What about your defensive star? Who you got?
Oh, man, it has to go to Van Noy, man. 2 sacks on the game. He stripped the ball from Josh Allen, the MVP, the man. I mean, no, it's not. I would have
the paper MVP, like the paper champion.
There you go, the paper champ. That's right. I gotta give it to Van Noy, because that right there, I feel like was kind of like, this is it. Like, no, we're not going away quietly. We already got you on the run, and we're taking the ball. That was it. If it wasn't for that, Van Noy is still great with 2 sacks on that game. Hamilton with 7 tackles that game. I would have gave it to Hamilton if it wasn't for Van Noy's strip on Josh Allen.
Really?
Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. Hamilton is great. You know what I mean? Every single game, he's coming out with almost, if not more than 10 tackles a game. He's everywhere. Kyle Hamilton is everywhere.
He's my star.
Okay.
Kyle Hamilton. For 2 reasons. One, he balled out last night. He was all over the place.
He was.
The second reason, anybody wearing black.
Hold up. There you go. Say it again.
Anybody wearing black. He set the tone. He set the tone for that game. From the jump. And he said it with a straight face. It wasn't no smile. It wasn't no smirk. Who should we watch on defense? Anybody wearing black. I'm out. And then he went out and he balled out. He balled out.
That's literally the coldest thing you can say. I got it hands down. That's literally the coldest thing you can say.
That's the quote of the year. That's the quote of the year so far. Seriously.
Anybody wearing black.
You want to let me tell you something. If you want to put on something for these young kids coming up playing football to get them motivated, and the Ray speech, in the beginning was great. It's Ray.
Yeah.
But you put that on, who should we watch on defense? Anybody wearing black. That's it. Chills, bro.
I think it was just like the whole thing.
I was ready to run through a wall. I
feel like it was the whole thing over the week. They were Darkness Falls was the thing that was coming through before the game. Like even Friday, Darkness Falls. They announced that they were wearing all black during the game. You show up to the game wearing all black. You get one of the bracelets, sync it to a system, and you got some kind of audio that's coming through. Darkness Falls was a thing. and
The
they made
Ravens
it
are almost
known.
the Ravens are almost unbeatable in prime time. I think Lamar's like 9-0 in primetime games at home. It's just it's too hard, man. It's too hard. Remember years ago when the Ravens they had like the best home record in the league for like so many years because it was you played them at home with that defense. And this defense is creeping up. I'm not saying it's as great as those Ray, Suggs, and Nada, even like
Chop.
when Bart Scott was here, you know what I'm saying? Um, Bowen, those guys. I'm not saying that this defense is like that, but I'm not gonna lie. When they're on, they are darn close. When this defense is on, that defense last year, that Mike McDonald defense, you could, you could put them. I mean, people would think, oh, you're crazy. Am I? The way they was balling last year, that defense, I don't know. I would take that defense. I, I'll put you like this: out of all the Ravens defenses in history, if you give me last year's defense, we got a shot. It don't matter. That's how good they are. And when they're on, they're on. Roquan Smith ain't Ray Lewis, and he don't have to be. He's Roquan Smith, one of the best middle linebackers in the game. He's going to the Hall of Fame. He's a baller. Kyle Hamilton, baller.
Oh, that's right.
That's one thing we keep around here. We keep a safety at a middle linebacker. We do that. That's what we do.
Yes. No. Yes.
That's what
Yes,
we do.
Oh, yes, we do. Oh man.
That's what we do.
I just got chills. I'm just. we got to switch topics. But
we gotta.
I just got chills from that. Now that was powerful.
Right. Right. That's what we do.
Clap it up for my brother, Mikey. He know what he talking about. Oh man. Okay. No, that was great. All right. We're about 47 minutes in. I'm sorry, we spent a lot of time on the Ravens.
We did. And I don't want to sell my Vikings short. So yeah, let's jump to topics real quick, man.
Yes.
Vikings 4-0.
4-0.
31-29. The Packers gave it a run, but you know what?
You tried.
You tried to come back, but a little bit too much of the, you know what I'm saying? A little bit too much of that Vikings team. They jumped out to a big lead. And again, I got a little PTSD, brother. I had a little PTSD, man.
Yeah?
Bro.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, I guess I'll talk about it, bro, because it was 28-7 at half. It was 28-0. And then all of a sudden, we muff a punt. I don't know what that kid was doing. You're fighting the sun.
Right.
Let the ball go. Let the ball go. You gave them 7. You started giving them life. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, God, no. And then it just started falling apart. They got outscored 22-3 in the fourth quarter. And I'm like, come on, y'all. Don't be like that other purple team that I know of. Let's not do this. I can't take this right here. I can't take this. My heart can't take this. Right? But they pulled it out. First half, they were balling. First half, I don't think I've seen, maybe besides last night, a team be so dominant in the first half. Maybe like a little bit last night and what we saw in Dallas. Same thing, right?
Same thing.
Then the Vikings were beating the Packers. Man, they
in Green Bay.
Down.
In Green Bay.
In Green Bay. They were beating them down. Jordan Love was back on the field, right?
Right.
Seriously, they were beating them down. Justin Jefferson's doing Justin Jefferson things, man. Come on, we all know what Justin Jefferson's about. You know what I'm saying? He did his thing. Sam Darnold, 275. So efficient. 20 for 28. 275, 3 touchdowns. A bad interception, which helped them. He threw another interception in the red zone. Can't do that. The Vikings were going in for another score, and you can't do that. The week before, he fumbled in the red zone. It's concerning to me, this Sam Darnold thing, because the Vikings they've only trailed for like 3 minutes, bro. It's something ridiculous. It's like the Ravens last year. They haven't trailed. They've trailed for like 3 minutes the whole season, right? They didn't trail against the 49ers. They didn't trail against the Packers. They didn't trail against the Texans at all. Okay? They handled their business against 3 of the top teams in the National Football League. All 3 of these teams are playoff teams, right? One of them was in the Super Bowl last year. They handled all of them. They do look like one of the best teams in football right now. I don't have nothing to complain about except John Harbaugh. You thought I wasn't going to bring him up, did you?
John Harbaugh, please come on down.
But I digress.
Oh, man.
One of the best teams in football right now, and the Ravens are starting to get their footing. They look like one of the best teams. I'm watching a lot of good football right now. You know what I mean? So I can't complain. The Vikings are balling, right? They are balling.
4-0.
4-0. One of the few last undefeated teams. But their undefeated is legit. And even like it's not Kansas City's not even there. Kansas City's not. If Kansas City played the Vikings right now, well, the refs will help. I don't think they're getting out of that game. I don't think they're getting out of that game. I would take the Vikings in that game, hands down. I'm telling you. I think the Vikings have the better team.
I would definitely say so. Sam Darnold is definitely
he's balling.
He's
besides
balling.
Those few little mistakes, he's balling. The defense, the defense is playing lights out. They had a brain fart yesterday. The offense didn't help them out. A couple turnovers, but man, again, it's a week-to-week league. And usually, sometimes, especially when you're playing on the road, if you're beating a team bad, you give them a little life, which the Vikings did. They're gonna make a run, right? It's like the NBA. You know what they say in the NBA, right? Everybody makes a run.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody makes a run. And it happens in football sometimes. Everybody makes a run sometimes, right? Guys can come back. It happens. But, man, I mean, they did give up 389 yards passing to Jordan Love, but they were trailing most of the game. And, they literally had 86 rushing yards. That's it. So, I mean, man, but there's nothing bad. Justin Jefferson did his thing. Welcome back, Jordan Addison.
Oh, Jordan.
Did you see my man yesterday?
Jordan Addison.
Receiving touchdown, rushing touchdown. I mean, bro.
Yo.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Like the dude.
Vikings are at full strength. They are scary. Scary. Right?
Like, yo, Jordan.
Aaron Jones.
Ooh, Aaron Jones. Don't get me started on Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones looked unstoppable out there. Man.
Every time I looked up, he was like this.
That's it. First down.
First down.
First down. Let me see. You know what? Aaron Jones, my man. We're going to talk about Aaron Jones. 22 rushing attempts. 4.2 yards a carry, which isn't bad. It's not bad. No.
That's phenomenal.
Exactly.
Not Derrick Henry.
It's not
but that's
Derrick
an outlier. That
That's
don't happen. Yeah. I mean, but look, you average 4 yards a clip, you're doing something.
If you average at 4 yards a clip, what is that? That's 12 yards in 3 plays. That's a first down every single attempt for that first down.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what these calculations for. That's what these numbers are for. You give the ball to Aaron Jones, 3 plays out of your run, 4.2 yards average on the carry. He's getting your first down every time. You can't stop that.
Yeah. And even in the passing game, man, that's what I love about this offense and Aaron Jones, man. He was such a good pickup. I like Dalvin, but, I don't even think who does Dalvin even play for right now? I don't even know who he plays for.
I
loved him, but it was time to move on. Picking up Aaron Jones was such an underrated signing. He's so good in the passing game, especially for this offense. It's invaluable what he means this offense, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
When you have somebody like that, where you can get 4 yards a clip rushing and still pick up, 5-6 receptions for 40-something yards. Oh my goodness, bro.
And that's the magic.
It's unstoppable.
Like that's the magic of the signings that you're wondering at first. It's like, I don't know. But then they come out and they're so versatile, so useful for the team. They become weapons. And that's what's just amazing about it. Like just off the rip, no one knew what he was about. It's like, hey, you're going to come here, you're going to be productive, this and that. Not saying that he wasn't, but the fact of what he's doing right now and is so underrated, it's like, hey, you can't say anything bad about Aaron Jones. He is balling out. And nobody even anticipated this to happen. I'm pretty sure they know who he is now.
Oh, no. Aaron Jones has been, when he was with Green Bay, man, he was one of the best backs in the league.
Oh, I'm talking about with coming to the Vikings.
Oh, with the Vikings?
He's still.
This is what I don't know if they expected to be this good this soon. But I'm pretty sure the Vikings expected something like this, right? When they brought him in,
right?
That he would be good in the passing game and he would be able to, carry the load as far as with carries. But the success that he's had so far, I'm not going to say, it's like, oh my goodness, we never expected this. I think this is the best case scenario for him, right? This was the best case scenario, and it's coming to fruition right here, right now. Look, Brian Flores is killing it with this defense. This is still a young defense. You know what I'm saying? They gave up a bunch of yards, fine, but they were it. And then again, it's hard when you have a lead like that, and you're going up against a team. They're at home. They got a lot of pride. They're going to try their best to come back, and they did. Once you give them a score, then they start to feel like, okay, guys, look, we get another score, we're in this thing, and it happened. They made a comeback. They came up short, right?
Right.
But the defense is still balling, still one of the best defenses in the National Football League. And Kevin O'Connell has this offense humming. Sam Darnold, a lot of people wrote him off, right? When he was in Carolina, he was bad. He was backup in San Francisco, but I do think him being the backup in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan helped him kind of re-energize his career. And then coming here with Kevin O'Connell, man, bro, I think it was a 1-year deal. I would not be surprised if they re-signed him to a multi-year deal, especially even with the rookie coming back, with JJ coming back next year. And it's going to be a little weird because you drafted JJ. We didn't even know if JJ was going to start. He may not have. I'm assuming he wouldn't, right? I'm assuming even if JJ McCarthy was healthy, he still wouldn't have started over Sam. I don't think so. Right?
Right.
I hate to say his injury helped this along because you never want to see a guy get injured. I did not want to see him get injured. I was heartbroken when JJ got hurt because he was actually balling out in the preseason. He looked good. But I think it also eased the tension here in Minnesota where it was like, okay, who's going to be the quarterback? You bring in Sam Darnold. Is he just a stopgap? Is he just, you want to bring in a veteran? Because that's usually what happens, right?
Right.
If you bring in a veteran, you draft a young guy, and you go, okay, well, let me see what you got. If the young guy beats you out, he's going to beat you out. But if the veteran, is handling his own, then I might go with him and let this young guy sit, which I think is the best thing to do anyway. Let the young guy sit. Let Sam do his thing, right? Let this kid learn how to be a quarterback in the National Football League.
Hey, they did the same thing with Lamar Jackson and Flacco. They did
until
this,
Lamar took over.
No, exactly right. Until Lamar took over, but it's the same, the same thing. So I see where you're going with that. No, it's worked before in the past. You know what I mean? In Baltimore, and it seems to be working here for Sam Darnold. I mean, dude had a 71 completion percentage in that game.
Yeah.
275 yards, 3 touchdowns. Your team is 4-0. Kevin O'Connell, man, come to Baltimore. no shade to my brother.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Pause. Hold up.
Look. Hey, you said it didn't matter. You said,
yeah, but okay. Look, I'm with you. I want John gone too, but I don't want to take from one to just give the other, because then we got to find somebody else. Nah,
all right.
Okay. He's good right here.
I can't say anything. Okay, I can't say anything about that.
He's good right here. He's good right here.
No, he is, man. His team's 4-0. Oh my gosh, bro.
What I would like to get. I think his name's Brian Johnson from Detroit. I would love for him to come to Baltimore. I would love that.
I think it'd be good for the ball club.
I would love it.
Because we just can't seem to get over that hump every week. It is some kind of boneheadness from this veteran head coach. You know, I don't know. Now I'm just interested to see what we're going to see next week from John Harbaugh. What's going to happen now? Is he going to throw a third challenge?
Moment of the week?
Yeah. Is he going to lose one challenge and throw a third challenge flag just because? I don't know. But it seems like something every week is like, hey, John, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go for it?
He gets his bonehead moments of the week, and who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen?
Oh, it's an endless possibility. Not going for it on 4th and 1 when you got Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry. Are you crazy? That's all you need. That's it. I mean, granted, like I said, we got a win last week, but it was so ugly, and I hate to harp on that. I do, but when I see them last night, and then I think of the game last week, I'm like, it does not look like the same team to me. You know what I mean? And I don't know what they're telling these guys in the locker room, what the coaching staff is doing, but why can't they reciprocate the same thing every week? Why can't they look like the Vikings? 4-0. Kevin O'Connell is killing it. The team, like you said, the team is humming. The offense looks amazing. The defense almost pulled a Ravens, whatever you wanna call that, by making whatever that game was what it was. How did you, bro? I didn't ask you. I did not ask you. How did you feel about that win over Green Bay? How did that make you feel watching kind of the same thing with the Ravens in Dallas, with the Vikings and the Packers? How that way make you feel? I mean, it was still an undefeated record. Great, something the Ravens didn't have, but how did that make you feel, man?
I felt good. You want to know why?
Why?
I don't have PTSD watching the Vikings blow leads. So I felt okay. It was, I felt a little bit because it was like, oh God, don't be the Ravens. But it was like, okay, all right, just reel it in a little bit. It's not the Ravens. I know they got purple on. It's not the Ravens. So just reel it in. Just reel it in a little bit, But yeah, I mean, man, you're killing it. I mean, it's. I can't harp on that team no more because I don't know. He's gonna have a bonehead moment every week. He is, right? But that's kind of what we're tired of with him. And this is the thing, man. I think I hate about the biggest thing I hate about Harbaugh and his Ravens teams is that he can never embrace being the alpha, right?
Right.
The best team in the league, right? He can never embrace that. It's always got to be, we're underdogs and nobody believes in us. That's the only way he can motivate these guys, right? At some point, with especially with these Lamar teams, you've had the best record in the league. the best team in the NFL twice and you fell flat and you didn't get it done. Because you can't motivate these guys if they're not underdogs. You have to start embracing being the best team in the NFL. Embrace it. Get these guys to embrace that. Stop making these guys feel like they have to be underdogs. Okay? Embrace being the best.
And you
stop it.
You know what I believe
that's
it is?
That's a loser mentality.
That's 100% a loser mentality. But I believe John Harbaugh is a nice guy, like genuinely. You know what I mean? He's a nice guy. I don't believe he can handle being unliked. He wants everyone to like him.
He'll throw you under the bus though to save his job.
Well, that's different. A lot of people throw you under the bus to save a job.
Wink. Ask Wink Martindale. Ask Marty Morningweg.
But I mean,
Greg.
Just
to name a few.
You can go ask him if you want. Not you, whoever watching. Y'all can go and ask if you want. But I mean, if you look like Bill Belichick,
Mike McDonald should have been our coach. Sorry, I just had to throw that.
No. I agree. No, I agree. I do. I do. I feel like he's one of the ones that can handle not being liked by other teams, but because of how good he is, how successful the team is. Like you look at Belichick. There's a lot of that don't like Belichick, but he's one of the best coaches. Andy Reid, he doesn't care what you think about him. He's a winner. He's going to take his team all the way. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Then you got John Harbaugh. It's like, hey, we're all friends, which is not bad, John. It's not bad, bro. But when it comes to football, you play the game to win.
No, you play to win the game.
Oh, there you go. You play. There's that Tony Dungy.
Herman. What was his name? Herm Edwards.
Herm Edwards. You play to win the game.
You play to win the game.
That's it. That's it. So, I mean, whether so you don't want people to like you, so you're gonna lose some games. Oh, we're still friendly. We don't want to be dominant. We don't want to put our foot on the necks of these, of the opposing team and just shut them out. Oh, why not? Other teams are doing it.
Too conservative, man.
That's exactly.
We get the lead, and it happens every time.
Well, it didn't happen last night. They had the lead, and they destroyed them. And I love that. Because all those guys out there, they shine.
The Bills helped them out. As well as they played, the Bills helped them out a little bit with that.
Well, I mean, don't we help out the opposing teams too?
Yeah.
Like 3 flags for illegal formation? How about that? In the first quarter.
First drive.
Damn. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me. So I mean, I can't really give anything to the Bills for that. The Ravens are famous for shooting themselves in the foot. So for the Bills that helped them out, I say thank you, Bills Mafia. Yeah.
Although we told John that Rosengarten should have been starting, and he told us again, we're just fans at the end of the bar. We don't know anything. He looks pretty good to me at right tackle.
No, yeah, he does. John? Yeah, John, tell me what you think. Your quarterback had time, bro. Lamar had time. You saw what Lamar had when he has time. Teardrop passes. The run game looks amazing. Even the play action's on fire. Come on. You give Lamar Jackson time, he can progress through the game normally and not have to resort to putting on his cape to save the team in order to take over from trailing in a deficit. Yet last night should be a stepping stone or a template. Let's say a template for Mr. John Harbaugh. Say, hey man, look what you did last night. Why not try that every game? See if it works. You got one of the strongest backs in the league. You got the MVP quarterback. You have weapons. Zay Flowers. You're talking Bateman is good. Aguilar, Likely is even Likely has stepped into some shoes and filled them. You got guys with talent, man. Use it. If it's working, don't change it. You play to win the game. So go out there, play, and win the game.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Man, we can put a bow on this. We already passed the hour, you know. Man, Vikings 4-0.
Ravens 2-2.
Ravens 2-2. Should be 4-0.
No, they should be 4-0, but I'm not mad. 2 back-to-back wins. All right. Let's keep the 2 in the losing column at 2 and just focus on getting these wins. And the Vikings, y'all too. If you can go undefeated, man, go undefeated. I would like to see.
We got the Jets next week in London. I'll be up early for that game. Probably have some brunch or something. Yeah. London game next week. Vikings, Jets. That's a dub. I don't see us losing to the Jets. Although London games can be a little wonky. Sometimes they're a little wonky. Jets have a good defense, but that offense is struggling, you know. But who knows? Aaron Rodgers, you know, he might see that. He might see the Vikings and just start reminiscing, like, oh my God, here I go, and have PTSD and just go off. I don't know. But I think that's a dub for the Vikings. The Ravens got the Bengals in Cincinnati.
Division game.
First division game of the year.
First division game.
If they don't beat the brakes off these Bungles, they almost lost to Carolina, man. Come on.
No, that's it. Oh, not to mention Steelers got their first loss of the season. Still love you, Squealers, but
Joe Flacco. How about Shane Falco out there?
Look, I don't care what team Flacco plays for. He is never going to forget being a Raven. And I think he took that personal.
If nobody got me, God and Joe Flacco got me.
Joe Cool, because he looked like Joe Cool out there. Yes, he did.
That's Joe Cool.
Let me see. So
Cincinnati, get out of here.
So, like you said, we got the Bengals next week, and then the following week we got the Commanders. I would say this is two important games. One, of course, the Bengals division, but then the Commanders. That's the battle of the beltways for us here in Baltimore.
Yeah, that kid's looking pretty good over in Washington, Jalen Daniels. But I think when he hits this defense,
I don't know what he's gonna do, man.
In Baltimore, you got to go to Baltimore. You got to play this defense. I don't think he's gonna have a great game.
I don't think so either. I'm gonna call.
I'm not looking past the Bungles though. I'm not looking past the Bungles because that's always just a tough game. It's always division games are always tough.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna call the Bengals a dub.
I mean, I would too. I would call the dub too. But you know how these games go, right? On paper right now, you like, okay, look, I'm gonna call this right now, right? Because we probably won't have a show until after the game. I know we want to get out of here, but don't be. I'm telling you right now, and I will look, and I'm gonna text you, and I'm gonna call you when it happens. You're gonna be like, dang, he was right. The Bengals are horrible against the run. Don't be surprised if you see this week and see the Ravens start throwing the ball. You're not going to recognize the Ravens this week. They're not going to look like this. They're not going to look like what they did against the Bills.
Are you sure?
You know, I am. Man, I am positive. I've been watching this team for a long time. They will not look the same. Right? They won't.
Okay.
You saw them in Dallas. You're like, ooh. You saw them last night. Ooh. It's too much. It's too much. You know what? Because now, let me tell you something. Let me tell you why. Because now everybody's calling them, oh, the Ravens are back. The Ravens could be the best team in the NFL. I've seen 2 or 3 people say that today, right? At the 3 and 4 letter networks. That's exactly what the Ravens don't need. Because John can't handle that.
I know, I got to agree with that one. Okay. Yeah, no. History shows when that happens, it seems like, oh, we don't have to do anything. They're already saying we're the best team in the league. We just got to go out and play. Nah.
See, and stuff that happens like these last 2 weeks. This is why this bum still has a job, right? Because it's like these guys. And look, he only has a job because of Lamar. I don't care who we playing. If 8's playing, if 8's on that field, we got a shot. The Ravens can beat every single team in this league. Every team. But only because we got 8. We didn't have 8, this dude would have been gone.
The performance definitely would have
gone 5-6 years ago.
Would have definitely plummeted, I would definitely say, if Lamar wasn't playing.
You've seen when Lamar don't play.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
You've seen that.
Oh man. Yeah. And look, we had a positive record that year. How about that?
We were number 1 in the AFC. We were the 1 seed. Lamar went down. We missed the playoffs.
That should have been a wake up call.
It was like we lost how many games in a row?
I think 3.
3. Nah, man, more like 6. More like 6. I think we lost our last 7 out of 8.
Oh shucks. Oh yeah, yep, no.
It is not good. No Lamar, no Mas.
No Mas.
But man, let's get out of here. Look, thank you for everybody. Thank you for coming out, man. Thank you for watching the show. We really appreciate y'all. If y'all could just, man, do us a huge favor, like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. We doing this for y'all, because we enjoy doing it. Ravens got a big win. Vikings got a big win. Man.
Vikings got a huge win. 4-0. I would say Vikings got a huge win. They remain undefeated. Yet again, shout out to Kevin O'Connell, man. Your group looks great. Like, oh man, you're beating elite teams. Keep being elite.
Let's keep it going. Yeah.
For the Ravens, you got 2 back-to-back wins. Started the season off rough. You know what I mean? I would say you guys look good in the first half of both those games you played. You look better in the second half last night. Man, just keep that going. Keep that going. Lamar, you the man. Don't take unnecessary runs where you fumble the ball. That's all I gotta say. Everything else you did was amazing, immaculate. The defense looks great too. Kyle Hamilton, you bought out, boy. Van Noy, you did your thing. Humphrey, even you, man. A couple bonehead moves by you, but it's fine. You're a seasoned veteran. We'll give you a pass.
He had one bad judgment. Leave him alone.
He had 2 bad judgments. He laid on the field and put a seatbelt on, and then he's shoving an offensive player on a turnover. 2. I can't write that off. I can't write that off.
Marlon balled out, man.
No, he did good for a seasoned guy that we're harping on almost every week for. Like, hey, man, you don't have help. You're old. You got to be smarter than these guys, not faster.
That man old. That's messed up.
He is old. He's my age, I believe.
Leave Marlon alone. He balling, man. He balling.
Anyway, we're gonna get out of here, guys.
We appreciate y'all.
Yes, we do. I am Tori's son,
Mikey
Numchuck. This has been another episode of Purple Shade. We do this every week, like my brother said. After next Sunday, we'll have another show for you guys. So stay tuned, like and subscribe. We appreciate y'all. Hey, let's get it, man.
We out.
We're
Peace
out.
And love, y'all.
Peace and love, you guys.